1, 2, 3 ging vorbei. Ich bin Stufe 41. Willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Vampyr auf meinem Kanal. Wir gehen zur Kirche und schauen, was wir mit dem Typen da machen können. Ach stimmt, ich habe ja geschlafen. Die leben alle. Au. So, ich muss hier mal kurz ausprobieren. L2. Okay. Das da ist. Das war die Barriere wahrscheinlich. Okay, gut. Schauen wir mal. Wir müssen... Kann ich da lang? Ne. Also hier durch. Hier durch und wieder alle niederknüppeln. Alter! Mal sehen, ob das Unsichtbarkeitsding funktioniert. Ein Schlag und der ist tot. Ist das heftig. Nein, da wollte ich gar nicht hin. Ich vergesse das immer. Was ist hier? War ich hier noch nicht drin?
Fresh water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
Reines Wasser. Ich kann doch meine Blume gießen jetzt, oder? Okay. Stabil. Verstehe ich nicht.
Steady, boys, we've got a leech! A leech! Shit, that leech is fast!
Ich bin einfach viel zu überpowered. Bezirk stabil. Muss ich hier rein?
It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Von hier? Aha, diesmal nicht. Diesmal nicht.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Welcher Gang? Der hier?
You're feeble!
Ein Schlag und der ist auch weg. Prima. Wo gehe ich jetzt hin? In die Kirche. Na, da bin ich mal gespannt, was da auf uns wartet. Temple Church, okay. Kanalisation. Was gibt's hier? Nichts außer eine Feder, also 2 Federn. Eine Ratte.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, da komme ich nicht durch. Da geht's runter. Hier geht's auch rein. Achso.
I will crush you.
Oh. Bosskampf bei Prinz of Fest, meine Freunde. Wir treten gegen Leon in den Kampf. Leon Augustin. Autsch. Yes. Die Gewalt der Vulkots. Prima. Und da geht's rein. Wer ist denn das? Komme ich da zu dem hin? Nee, komme ich von dort irgendwo hin? Okay, dann hier rein. Da geht's auch durch. Okay, gehen wir erstmal da oben hin. Okay, hier ist der Typ. Verschmutzter Brief.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Okay, Tür aufgeschlossen. Gut, dann hatten wir hier 2 Wege. Einmal da und da. Wir gehen aber erstmal hier lang, würde ich sagen. Oder? Aber hier geht's nicht weiter. Hier ist nichts, gar nichts. Nicht mal Loot oder sonst irgendwas. Null. Also doch hier lang. Da geht's aber auch wieder weiter. Da ist nix. Und hier ist auch wieder nix. Ach, schon wieder so ein Rätsel. Aber ich mag Rätsel. Schauen wir uns erstmal hier genauer um. Da hoch können wir nicht. Hier sollte sich eine Tür öffnen.
I cannot
Ja.
enter.
Gut, schauen wir mal. Also Ventile gibt's hier drüben. 1, 2, 3. Mal das hier. Ah, komme ich da durch jetzt?
It's locked, all right.
Jetzt. Aber ich kann das Wasser wahrscheinlich ablassen hier irgendwo. Was? Was? Ist das nice. Kamen die denn jetzt hier von da oben oder wie? Kann ich auch da hoch? Nö. So, jetzt das wieder runter machen. Jetzt noch weiter runter. Gut, schauen wir mal. Sehen, ob hier was ist. Gut, Treppe ist da. Da kann ich rüber. Da gibt es einmal Loot. Falsche Taste. Ratten. Ja. Komme ich denn dazu dahin? Hier lang?
You London vampires are so weak!
Kürzlich geführtes Tagebuch. Okay.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Okay, ich kann mit der gar nichts weitermachen.
Goodbye. You should read.
Thank you for...
Kann da nichts weitermachen. Die muss dann erstmal verschwinden. Voll aufgespießt. Ja, da bin ich mal gespannt, wie die hier rauskommt. So, da, Treppe hoch. Oder so. Oh, eine Axt. Und jetzt? Oh. Das ist kein Weg. Hier geht's hoch. Versteck. In diesem Spieldurchgang habe ich überhaupt keine Schusswaffen gebraucht. Ich glaube, in meinem ersten Durchgang habe ich die ziemlich häufig benutzt. Das lag, glaube ich, daran, weil ich da nicht so überpowered war. Okay, jetzt bin ich im Quarantänebereich. Oh. 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 Ich sehe Kundschaft. So, will ich erst mal gucken hier, wo wir hier überhaupt sind. Wer ist das? Das sind Wachen. Bin ich hier? Ah. Okay, okay. Dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir erstmal hier zur Kundschaft. Bevor ich mich hier weiter entferne. Unbekannt. Ah.
The Spanish flu is not the only... Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Aber die Luise Dings da, die haben wir doch schon gefunden. Ich glaube, das war ein bisschen voreilig, ja? Stufe 5. Nein, zurück.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Goodbye. Seems violent. Contagious. Doctor?
Den können wir
Do you
noch
need-
heilen.
I'm afraid.
You'll quit.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Spanish.
So, hier ist der nächste. 2 Zwillinge.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. when I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Okay. Das hatten wir, ja. Können die sogar aussaugen.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye.
Jetzt bist du dran.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Stufe 4, ein Hinweis, okay.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Der eine sagt so, der andere so.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Okay.
Goodbye for...
Sehr komische Typen.
Good evening, Mr. Tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Hello, Ignis.
Gut.
Goodbye.
Gibt's hier noch wen? Da ist einmal Loot. Hä? Was ist das für ein Magier? Ein Sammelobjekt.
Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials
It's
waiting
locked.
in the future.
Wer bist du?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree,
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They've told me of your unquenchable thirst for blood. Be wary, Ekon. I've heard such a rich diet can be bad for the heart.
Stufe 5.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Ich zahle.
Here is the money.
The snake, a bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Venus.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Perhaps later. Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Okay.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay.
I rarely... Perhaps London will survive the epidemic. But I...
Ich habe keinen Plan, was ich hier machen soll. Hoppla. Okay. 200 Meter. Vielleicht komme ich dann hier rein. So, wen gibt's hier noch? Hier war noch jemand vorhin. Ist aber wieder so mega groß, dieses Gebiet. So. Den hatten wir. Ratten. Hier ist wieder Blut. Ah, Sicherheitszone. Unterschlupf. Sieht aber cool aus. Da geht's hoch. Okay, cool. Was ist hier? Protein und Chanin. Chinin. Chanin. Komme ich noch auf die Chanin? Okay, und hier geht's raus. Ach, das nehmen wir mit. Zack. Das nehmen wir auch noch mit. Gut. So, wo sind wir stehen geblieben? Bei den Leuten hier. Dich hab ich. Dich hab ich. Da. Wie komme ich denn da runter? Prima.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Gib mir den Schlüssel, du Alte. Dich saug ich aus.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Oh, guck
May
mal
I
erstmal,
look
was
at
sie
your
hat.
goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure.
Aluminiumteil. Jo. Für was sind diese Dinger? Gut. Nein, ich wollte noch fragen.
Good evening.
You know...
3.
Goodbye.
Ist die Frau hier oben? Bleibst du hier?
Dr. Reed, I am glad to...
Ich frag die mal lieber, bevor die wieder abhaut.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too,
Oh.
Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
Doch gut, dass wir erstmal hier waren bei
Do you
der.
need my medical?
Oh, please.
Don't be shy.
Thank you.
So.
Goodbye.
Nein.
Good morning.
Good evening.
My mother...
So, das... Hä?
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother...
Ja, das hatten wir. Das aber
What can you
nicht.
tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Haben Sie keine
Have you no
Freunde?
friends?
friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Okay, persönlich.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Mhm.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Aber die Stimmen sind gut übersetzt
Do
worden.
you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Okay.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
Okay. Jetzt zu dir.
Good morning.
Good evening.
You know...
Good evening, sir.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Ah, flirtest du mit mir?
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Also zuerst werde ich die Tochter aussaugen, damit die Tochter nicht ertragen muss, dass ihre Mutter tot ist. Genau so rum werde ich es machen.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now, but she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Okay, mehr Hinweise habe ich nicht. Da ist auch nichts Neues.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Prima.
Goodbye.
Gut, ist hier noch jemand hier drin? Unten? Nö.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Good evening.
My mother...
Gut, da ist nichts mehr Neues, da auch nicht.
Goodbye.
Warst du krank oder so? Ja, erschöpft.
I can't help you, sir.
Good.
You...
Perhaps you should...
Do you need...
Oh,
I'm... Good.
Gut. Hätten wir das auch geklärt.
I hope you...
Gibt es hier noch mehr Personen, von denen ich wissen müsste? Erholt sich. Mit der konnte ich noch nicht reden. Aber das dürften alle gewesen sein. Ach, das ist die Mutter, Alter. Ich hätte die retten können. Die wäre nicht gestorben, wenn das Krankenhaus nicht so zerfallen wäre. Stimmt, in meinem ersten Durchlauf, wo ich hatte, hat die noch gelebt und die war mit dem hier in dem Haus. Und ich musste immer bei dieser Frau vorbeischleichen, damit sie mich nicht sieht, da ich zurück bin. Und irgendwann hatte ich ihr Blumen vor die Tür gelegt. Und die Blumen, die waren jetzt aber schon da gewesen. Stimmt, die hat gelebt. Ich hätte das Spiel ändern können, den Verlauf. Da bin ich jetzt mal wirklich gespannt, was passiert, was kommt.
stay a little longer this time.
Da bin ich gespannt. So. Nach Whitechapel müssen wir. Oben dürften wir durchkommen, oder? Schau ich mal. Um diese Pandora-Dings da zu holen. Die Büchse der Pandora. Loot. Haha. Also unsichtbar machen ist schon ganz cool. So. Und die Waffe, die ist auch einfach mega geil, finde ich. Die ist top. Stimmt von der anderen Seite. Ich stimmt von der anderen Seite. Und zu Dr. Swansea will ich auch noch mal. Um zu wissen, was der sagt, weil jetzt alle tot sind. Aber nicht mehr in dieser Folge. Das machen wir dann irgendwann später mal. Ich habe auch keinen Plan, wie lange das Spiel noch geht. Weil ich denke, ich bin ziemlich am Schluss. Moinsen. Na komm her, Alte. Whitechapel. Cool, Tür aufgeschlossen. Nicht schlecht, sagt der Specht. Bin ich hier richtig? Nee. Bin ja falsch. Ein kleiner Snack für zwischendurch. Bleib stehen.
This is despicable.
This is despicable. So. Hier lang, oder? Jo, könnte vielleicht hinkommen. Bin mir nicht sicher. Hier runter? Die Tür war doch eigentlich immer verschlossen. Ach nee, das war eine andere Tür. Bin ja trotzdem falsch. Ich muss hier runter, dahin, dahin. Ist doch da unten lang. Mein Navi ist kaputt. Ja, vielleicht. Also hier durch, dann nach links. Hier nach links. Ja, das passt. Soldaten. Du mit deinem Stab. Ich zeig dir einen richtigen Stab. Hier soll das sein? Aber wo ist dieses Buch? Hier oben? Also hier ist auf jeden Fall nichts. Das
I
hier
will
ist das...
return at a more convenient time.
Ja, aber ich brauche doch das Buch.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Hm. Da ist es eben Dings drinne. Ich kann auch mal hier hinten gucken. Bin ich jetzt umsonst hier hin oder wie? Also ist im Theater drin. Okay, scheiße. Gut, was ist mit dir? Das kann ich nicht machen. Gut, mehr gibt's nicht. Gut, gehen wir noch mal ins Krankenhaus. Mal hier meinen Marker setzen. Jetzt sind definitiv auf jeden Fall mehr Vampire unterwegs. Achso, sind hier. Das Ascalon Club.
Sorry, sir. Look lively! It's on to us! Watch it! Christ! He's dead!
Gut. Schön viel Ausdauer. Oh, wie oft lädt es denn? Bisschen meine Macht ausnutzen. Das ist eine richtige Schlacht. Eine richtige Schlacht. Ist hier noch jemand? Alter. Es geht hier ab. Wie viele Leute jetzt hier waren. Ich laufe komplett falsch. Und es lädt schon wieder.